I guess I got so tired of trying, and but something told me there was a little voice inside of my head that told me, "Hey, Chino, whatever you're doing is not working. Start looking within." There was persistence in having that vision that I went viral. In that first month doing TikTok, I made 3 grand. Keep in mind, I was only making 3 grand a month. So whenever I was able to double my income, that was a big difference to me. Everything's going to work out, but you need to have that faith that hey, it is going to work out. But all the work was done in the imagination, in the power of belief, in consistency, and being disciplined. There was that faith in myself. Hey, I know if I do this step again and again and again and again, it's inevitable for me to have my dream body.
In these last 4 episodes, we dove deep into how to transform pain into power and the steps necessary to embody the version of yourself that is living the life that you desire.
Today, we're going to focus on China's story. From being undisciplined, out of shape, and completely broke, to now living the desired reality, making 5 figures a month, and manifesting his dream body. How you guys doing today?
How's it going, guys?
Good.
A little quick update of with my life right now. What's funny, this month has been my lowest month, and I think this whole year. So this is how I'm navigating my low income months, right? And so I spent another 2 grand on Pokemon just because. I'm rejecting the projection. Like I really don't care. And I'm also going to LA next week because I know the five-figure version of myself doesn't really care that I'm having a low month. I'm going to operate as that five-figure version of myself and then go enjoy myself, go see family, go eat some good food, and not focus so much on the external, but still be looking in within. But just like a little quick update up on my life right now. And again, even though I'm still obviously I'm good on money. Obviously, I have enough money where I can sacrifice 4 grand and not feel it. But there's just a little update about my life right now going on. What about you guys?
No, well, I just want to say I think that's powerful because, like, as entrepreneurs, obviously we want, every month to be like, we're making like 50K, 60K every single month. But there's going to be months that we're not hitting the numbers that we desire, or it comes later. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I've had so many months where literally, like, the last 2 weeks of the month, it's where all the money pours in. So, like, keeping the faith that you're already living and having, the numbers that you want is so important to, I think success as an entrepreneur for success. It's all in the mindset.
Yeah, definitely. No, even for like my case, like if this month hasn't been like the best month for TikTok shop for me, it's just try to keep in like my mind straight and not focus on the down of whatever is going on, because if like we just stayed with that stress of like nothing is going to work, that's gonna affect us more like personally that what we can manifest outside. Like I don't know, maybe some of you might feeling stressed out and get a headache or like a migraine. That's like normal human emotions that if we just let ourselves like get into that all the time, we're gonna get sick. So for me, I feel like even though this month is being like really hard, like monetarily, I mean, I'm trying to not focus on that, and that's the reason why I love also the podcast, because everything that we talk in here, like I try to put it into work in my own life. So like I have learned so much from you, Malika, and from Chino, because Chino I feel like is really different from me, and in the way of like you are someone that like to be the person, right? You just be the person. Well, I have to think it first and then be it. So it's really interesting to see these perspectives. And today that we're going to like focus mainly on you, I want to like learn a little bit more that what is inside of your brain, or like how you were able to break all these old patterns that were keeping you broke, or like not broke, like unhappy, and for now to be in shape. All of these that we're gonna talk today. So I want to give you the microphone just for you to start talking. And I feel like one of my first questions is like, what do you did before everything changed?
Okay, so this same time last year, keep in mind everything happened in October of last year, October, September. That's when I really started to, something told me to start meditating. So prior to that, I was just working a 9 to 5 job, making less than 3 grand a month. I was out of shape. I was $15,000 in debt. I was 55 pounds overweight. And I don't know, I guess I got so tired of trying. And but something told me, there was a little voice inside of my head that told me, hey, Chino, whatever you're doing is not working. Start looking within, start to meditate. And I started to meditate. And so in my meditations, that's where I told myself a year ago, Chino, leave this girl. Leave this girl because she's too much of a distraction for you. So that was uncomfortable because obviously we were dating for 6 years. And I mean, I love the girl. But I knew that this version of myself, like, yeah, that was uncomfortable. So I let that go, right? And also, what meditating taught me was to focus and put all the attention back on me. So right off the bat, as soon as she left the scene, I got into the best shape of my life within less than 3 months. Well, really, November. November, I got freaking diced, like six pack, everything, boom. And around that same time, that's when I discovered TikTok Shop. And again, it was through trial and error, trial and error. Like my first videos, they flopped, but it was my 20 video. It was persistence in having that vision that I went viral. In that first month doing TikTok, I made 3 grand. So even though 3 grand is not a lot of money now, whenever I was making, keep in mind, I was only making 3 grand a month. So whenever I was able to double my income, that was a big difference to me because I was like starving. I was like, oh man, like I hope this works. I hope this works. And I got lucky. And that first month, like I said, I made 3 grand. But what's funny, so after November, I I kind of went down. I went down on my sales because I was operating from scarcity, from fear. Oh, I wonder if I can do this again. And so that's why. And I mean, I still did pretty good numbers, but I went yeah, I made less money. And then that's when I got into Never Got Her. And I was like, you know what? Let me dive deep into the metaphysics, the spiritual realm, the consciousness, the awareness. And then that's where my meditation kind of shifted. And it was more like guided meditation now. So instead of me imagining, I'm letting someone else do the work for me. And all I have to do is just relax and just accept and be present. And fast forward, 3 months, I did my 5 figure month. I got into the best shape of my life. I got disciplined. I got focused. I quit porn. So I haven't watched porn in over a year, and like I said, I control my lust. And my two weaknesses is just gluttony and lust. So I was able to starve those demons by fasting. And oh, one thing that I forgot to mention, after she left the scene, I fasted for 90 days, no junk food and no releasing. And so I was watching both my mental diet and my physical diet too. So they're both correlate because you are what you eat, you are what you listen to, you are everything that you consume. And so once you're able to just starve those demons and you can focus your attention on making money, getting in shape, everything's going to work out. But you need to have that faith that hey, it is going to work out. And so my biggest limiting belief with money was, hey, you have to work hard for your money. Like I come from a very small town in Mexico, single mom, 3 kids, and so from an early age I was programmed, hey, money's hard to get. Money. It's almost like a almost taboo. Hey, you have to work hard for your money. No, you don't. No, you don't. Now that I understand that, it's just alignment. It's just alignment. Hey, what what can I do? What content can I provide that I know it's going to resonate with me and with the audience, and just have that faith that hey, it is going to work out. And like I said, it took me less than 5 months to do multiple 5 figures. And even now, like I'm still on track to make like what six figures this year, and that's the first time ever that I do 6 figures in 1 year in a very short period of time. But all the work was done in the imagination, in the power of belief, in consistency, and being disciplined. I mean, I know that's a lot, but that was like everything.
No, no, that's amazing. We have like a lot to unpack from what you said too, but isn't it so crazy how fast life can change once you really lock in into believing that you can actually achieve it? Like you said, it all it took was like this past year.
bro, it took exactly 10 months. 10 months for my life to completely change. Now, even though manifesting does happen instantly, it takes time. It takes time because everything that you're seeing is just past assumptions, past beliefs of your um, old patterns. So now, and I realized this. So I was like, who was talking to me whenever I was meditating? It was me. It was this version. It was this Chino who was talking to the fat version last October. Chino, you need to be more disciplined. Chino, you need to be more in shape. So now there's a version of me a year from now who's talking to me through my meditations. But first, before you do that, you need to calm down and just focus everything on you. Stop giving the power to the priest, the religion, your parents. Put all that power back on you, and that's why I love Never Goddard because he
Yeah.
understands. Hey, awareness creates reality. Imagination creates reality.
And going back to, a year ago when this all began and you started meditating and everything, would you say Neville Goddard was really what kind of like jumpstart your journey after the meditation?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Whenever I first discovered Never Goddard, I got kind of pushed away. I was like, he's
It's
kind of cringe.
triggering.
Yeah, it's cringe. I'm like, oh, like my life is shit. You telling me that like this is
Yeah.
okay? Like no, bro. There's no way it can be this easy to change your life, to change your belief, to change your perspective. But it is easy. It's just a fucking decision. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So what made you go from like, okay, what this guy is saying is absolute BS to like, okay, let me just try it and see what happens.
I don't know. I don't know. I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a try because obviously whatever I'm doing is not working. So let me trust this guy. And so the first thing that come to mind was Chino. You need to get in shape. So let me just practice what Never Goddard said. You need to put the code on or the consciousness of Chino, who already has a six pack, and operate, think, feel, and act like him. So every single day, after, because keep in mind, I was working from 5 to 5. So every single day for that whole month, after work, I'll go straight to the gym because I know this six pack version of myself would go to the gym regardless of how tired he was, how he felt, good day, bad day. I'm still going to show up every single day to the gym because I know this version would go. He wouldn't make an excuse. He wouldn't complain. He wouldn't bitch. He would just do it. And that's where discipline/devotion comes in. And I mean, I got devotion from you, Malika, but for me, I was just discipline. I was just like, fuck, I don't feel like going, but you know what? I'm gonna do it because I know there's a version of me who has a six pack. So I thugged it out for 90 days, and I mean, thank God everything worked out. But it all started with a hey, let me just try it. Let me just try it. And
Yeah.
then whenever that happened, that built more confidence in myself, more conviction that hey, I can create whatever I want. And I was like, you know what? My last pillar was money. I've always had a bad relationship with money because of my parents, because of society. So you know what? Let me put all my focus into money.
What do you think
And
it was your biggest limiting belief about that? Because I feel like no, it's not only you. I feel like for everyone that is listening, that could be one of the biggest triggers is money. Like, of course, money is even though like yeah, money is everything. Like if for some people if they don't have it, like they're gonna feel really miserable. So what do you think it was like that like limiting belief that switch like from like
yeah,
the old Chino to this Chino that has everything now?
yeah, because what's funny, I actually have a friend that he gets triggered whenever I talk about money, and he's broke. And so I was like, okay. But I came to the realization that abundance is your birthright. That you need to be abundant first. That you need, well, Chino, well, I'm broke as fuck right now. Like, how can I be abundant if I'm broke? You're not broke here, dude. I'm broke here. The external, maybe, yeah, we're all broke, but you can just feel and be grateful. Be seriously, just be grateful for the things you have now. Be grateful for the food that you have in your fridge. Be grateful for if you have a loving partner. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for you have a roof over your house because there's some people in Mexico, bro. They don't have ACs.
How can you
They,
feel grateful when you don't see anything change? Because this reality is delayed. Like we can think really high about ourselves, but if we don't see any change out externally, like that reality that we have in our mind is gonna wibble, and it's gonna we're gonna
Yeah.
there's gonna come all the demons, or all like the things that we don't believe, or like they're keeping us there, is gonna start like creeping in. So how would you were able to do that?
I go back to Never God was teaching. That's where the principle of faith comes in. You need to see the unseen first. You need to have faith. For example, whenever I was fat, I saw I had a six pack, even though the reflection was telling me, "Bro, you're fat as fuck right now. What six pack?" There was that faith in myself. Hey, I know if I do this step again and again and again and again, it's inevitable for me to have my dream body. It's that faith. It's that unseen world that you have to see here first and understand that abundance is your birthright. There's some people, we all seen on TikTok. They make the same content and they fucking print, and then you make it zero views, zero sales. Why? Because it's the energy, it's the frequency, it's the mindset that they have. Hey, like I know, for me, for example, I know this video is going to fucking print for me, and it does. It's the who am I being right now? And like again, you can fake it. You can actually fake. Hey, I know this video is going to print, but you need to have that belief, that conviction every single day. Whenever you create content, whenever you go into a sales call, whenever you talking to that client, hey, I know I'm going to close this client. You can be dead broke, but still have that conviction, have that energy. Hey, I know I'm going to close this. Hey, I know I'm going to hit five figures each month. It's that faith. I mean, faith and confidence is the same thing.
1,000%. But for those who are maybe like struggling with that conviction and faith, where would you say they can find it?
Start small. Start small. Start very, very small. Every single day, like I said, clean your room. Clean your room. Build that, build that trust within you first. Hey, I know I can do this. Right.
Yeah,
Once,
self trust.
yeah. Once you start doing that, do bigger stuff. Manifest a free meal. I mean, that's simple. I mean, like for example, Diego, he manifested a free ticket to LA. He did nothing. I was the one that paid for his ticket. So start small. Hey, today, universe, reward me with a free meal. Let one of my friends pay for my meal or free coffee. Start small and slowly work your way up. And like I said, 2 months ago, I wanted to take my family out on a trip. So I created a scene of me at the beach throwing the football to my little brother. In 40 days, that scene came to life. So every single thing is just more evidence, more proof, more evidence that hey, like I can do this. I know I can do this because I manifested this. I manifest. Oh, actually, there you go. Remember the past wins. Remember your past wins. So I mean, funny story. I actually go back to like cracking my first 10 because
That's
there's
crazy.
there's a lot of conviction in that. Like, bro, like I was at the club. There was guys who were taller, better looking than me, coming up to the girl, but the girl still chose me. Why? Because there was that. I don't know. I guess there was that delusional, confident Chino. That, hey, I know I can pull this girl. So always remind yourself of past wins. Hey, remember that time that I passed my exam even though I wasn't sure. Hey, remember that time where that boy or girl kissed me. Hey, remember that time where I won like a I don't know free jacket or something like that. You're remembering that feeling, and feeling is a secret. So
Hmm.
whenever you're remembering past wins, your frequency is muting that. You're muting wins, abundance, lucky. So guess what? You're going to attract those things to you, and so you can
1,000%.
be from zero. You can have $0, but still feel abundant. So that means people. I mean, the universe is going to put people, places, and circumstances to fulfill your frequency.
1,000%. Yeah, no, I love like remembering your past wins, and something like I do is like I actually have like a whole list. So I don't know, maybe like I don't know if you guys, but I think the audience, like if you have like struggle finding that conviction, literally like make a list and go back and read that list. So you don't have to like remember it every single time in your head. That can be hard, especially if you're like overwhelmed. But like having that list where you just like look, it's like you're tapping back into it, like you said.
Yeah, and that
I
just
love that.
also brings certain confidence in yourself that you can do it again, because I feel like some of us just forget that more than they remember, that all the things that we did, and like because we're so into what we want to manifest, that if it doesn't happen, like we enter into this depression or like self-doubt. And I love that you said that, because I feel like that's something that it helps me a lot, going from low self-esteem to like being really confident. It's like just remembering the things that I did in the past that gave me the confidence, of whatever I wanted to do. Even if it was speed skating, just remembering all the medals that I won, or like all the things that I did that I didn't thought that I could do it. I feel like that's really, really important now that you touched that, because if I don't know what you guys think, but if we can remember our wins, like our limiting beliefs or the things that we think that like are stopping us, like kind of like it brush off, like it get erased, because like you are just getting that confidence again, or like you remember who you are again.
Yeah, no,
No,
agree.
for sure.
And and so this is why, like this month, like I said, this month hasn't been the greatest. But last month I hit my highest day, which was 3,800. So instead of just focusing on yesterday's sales, what about last month? Last month I hit my highest day ever on TikTok. So I'm just remembering that scene, that feeling. Oh shoot! Like, so instead of focusing on $100 a day, let me just focus on 3,800 a day. It's the same feeling. It's the same memory. But I'm just choosing to focus on abundance.
Yeah. And then 3D reality will eventually line up to
Bam,
reflect that.
bam. And so that's why I told Malika, whenever you hit a very high day, don't celebrate. Normalize it. You're allowing the 3D world to spike your emotions. So what comes up must come down, right? So whenever your account gets bent, boom, zero sales. Now you cook, and now you're negative, you're spiraling, you're crying. Just chill. So regardless of how the sales are, or your day goes, normalize it. Hey, it doesn't matter, because I know this is who I'm being. Chino, who has a six pack, who's disciplined, who makes six figures a month, who is abundant, who is loving. This is who I am, and put that quote on every single day, regardless of how you, or what regardless of whatever the 3D world is telling you.
For sure. I guess if we could like summarize into five, maybe like 3 to 5 pillars, what would you say from beginning to now? The steps, like your journey, and well, like from beginning to now, like the steps and like the tools that you've used to embody the current version of yourself. Hopefully that makes sense.
Good question. 5 pillars. I say first. Well, obviously awareness. First is awareness. Have a goal. Have a goal in mind. So maybe it's making, hey, like I want to make an extra 2 grand a month. Okay, let that be your goal. So awareness first. Second, it's thoughts. What thoughts are you having throughout the day, good or bad? But be aware of those thoughts, because I mean everything has a positive and negative. So be aware of those thoughts. Second, how are you feeling? So whenever you're creating content, are you creating content from scarcity or for abundance, or conviction versus doubt? And the last, I mean, not the last, but the fourth one is action. Um, so this is where inspired action comes from. So there's days where I'll meditate and I get an idea. So instead of doubting myself, hey, I don't think that's going to work, just execute, just test, just go and test and see if it works. More than likely, it's going to work. And so I've put out many videos where I was just doing cardio, meditating, and I got an idea and I wrote it down. And the very next day or that same day, I executed. Don't be afraid to fail. That's a big one too. Don't be afraid to fail. Keep on testing, because testing, you really find out who you really are whenever you fail. We all talk about when. Whenever you fail, I mean, it takes balls to get up and try again, get up and try again, get up and try again, because you don't know, but you have that faith in you. Hey, like I know it's gonna work. So You just
1000%.
have to be delusional and show up every single day and just know it's going to work
For
until it
sure.
works. Because everything works. If you don't give up, if you don't give up, it will work.
Yeah,
And
no, that's so true.
and that's what I came to realize. Even in life, like my dad always wanted a pickup truck, right? For the longest times. Now he has a pickup truck, but it's a little bit too late because he's in terrible health. Because Mexicans, we don't really take care of our bodies, and so he's in terrible health. But his dream came true because he got a pickup truck now, and
Mm,
so the universe always says yes, but you need to take action, and focus on you, focus on today, focus on this present moment. Hey, what can I do today that my future self will thank me, or reverse engineer it. What does my future self want me to do today? Sometimes it's nothing. Hey, just chill, hang out with your family, go out to eat. But sometimes, hey, let me sacrifice going out with friends and family because I know I need to be on my diet. I know I need to be creating content. I know I should be doing this instead of being distracted. So
yeah.
there's a fine balance. I kind of got sidetracked, but
No, I don't think got sidetracked at all. I think that's like so important to mention because I think a lot of people in the manifestation community get so caught up in your head, or not even your head, like I mean, not even your like you think manifestation. I think really comes from the heart, but they get stuck in their head and they don't do the things that are going to move the needle forward. So having action and aligned action, especially like you mentioned, is so important to actually creating life that you desire. Or you're just going to be in la la land for the rest of your life and wondering why things that you want isn't coming towards you.
no, for sure, and that's one thing that I preach to like new creators on TikTok. Don't post products that you're not aligned with because it's going to be so difficult for you to show up every single day and promote that product. Promote products that actually align with you, that you know you can
Mm-hmm.
camera just talk about, yap about whatever product. Because again, there's that conviction, there's evidence. And same thing with sales. Um, get into a career that hey, I believe in this product. Even if it's cars, right? Hey, like I really love Mercedes. So they mean there's you more than likely you will have more sales because you love the product. Hey, I love Mercedes because the way it drives, the way it feels, the name behind the brand. I don't drive a Mercedes. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like there's more energy whenever you're talking about the product.
There's more conviction. Okay,
There
but
you
there's
go.
something that you said that I feel like is really important. How can you find the balance between hustle and rest? Because I feel like that's like one of my biggest problems. I like Colombians, like my family, always like taught me about hustling, working, working hard until you're like you don't have anything else. But that's where my problem comes because I burn out really easily. So how you do that like balance between working and knowing that you deserve to rest?
Okay, perfect. Because keep in mind, I'm Mexican, so Mexicans are known, and also my mom and dad, they're extremely hard workers. But just because you're working doesn't mean you're the highest paying person in the room. There's
True.
there's
True.
a there's a house being built right next to mine, and I know for a fact I'm making more money than the roofers, and they're doing hard work. So just because you're working hard doesn't mean you're you're earning money. You need to be aligned. There's a salesperson in that team who's making 3x the amount of that person, but they you need to first you need to be in the right market. Obviously, we're all marketers, so there's no scale. But when, for example, last year I was only making $25 an hour. My last job after taxes and everything, I was probably making like 28, 29 a month. Like I make that some days in one day. So I took 40 hours and I can make that in one day. And it's just I think it's alignment. It's alignment and being aware. Hey, I can pick up skills that can pay more. So even though you do have to work, I mean, all of us, we all have to work. We all have to create content, but we're creating content from alignment.
Yeah. I also want to say if anyone here is struggling with money, start TikTok Shop because that's going to break your concept of money so fast. Like once you have your biggest day and you realize, holy shit, I can make this amount in one day. I used to make that amount in 1 month. That's literally going to rewire your whole concept of money. So you're constantly looking and knowing that you can achieve that again and again and again.
Yeah, or even anything digital, like bro,
Yeah.
like we're creating money from our phones. Like once you hit your first four figure day, you're gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? That was easy. And guess what? It is.
Yeah.
You're just unaware how easy it was until it happens to you. But until then, you need to have
Mhm.
that belief. Hey, I know it's, bro. Like I'm not the most talented person. I just don't know how to give up. I just don't know how to give up, bro. So I know if I'm delusional enough and keep on creating content and getting better every single day, it's a matter of time before I make those 4 figure days, before I make those 4 figure month contracts with companies. And again, it's that conviction, it's that believing in the unseen. But first, you have to see it in the mind before the three world gives it to you.
Mhm. 1,000%. And I think most successful people focus more on the inputs, whether it's like putting in the reps with your content or with, what you're working on, or the reps with your mindset or the visualization. Focus in on the inputs, detach from the outcome, and know that the outcome that you desire is literally propelling itself towards you.
Exactly. And so a little story. This is why I love Pokemon. Even though I like Pokemon, I also like money. So in 2021, I bought a little booster box for $140, guys. I sold that booster box 2 months ago for 3 grand.
Oh, that's an insane ROI. That's amazing.
And so I'm like, bro, like, and
I'm just
whenever
looking at what a Pokemon booster box is. I have no idea what
look,
that is.
look
I
up,
don't know
look
what's
up
that.
Evolving Skies is going for like matter of fact. I bought another one. That's the same box I bought. Because again, you have to put the goggles of abundance on every single day, and just understand that it's just numbers. It's just once you align your frequency, thoughts, and behavior to abundance, bro. You're. It's only a matter of time before the 3D world proves it to you. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's why. And so now, what kind of content am I consuming? I like to see big numbers now. So for me, it feels good whenever I have like a 4 figure day, and I just I look at just content that talk about big numbers. So that way, subconsciously, I'm reprogramming my mind to see those numbers.
Yeah.
Am I? So again, you can be dead broke. Just watch content that talk about high numbers. So 4 figure, 5 figure, 10 figures, and just consume it. Just consume it.
Yeah. That's so true. It's like also similar to like the saying, like, be careful who you spend your time around, because like that's going to shape your subconscious mind. Like just fill your mind and your surroundings with people who have a abundance mindset. And if you don't have those people around you, find them in networking events, or go online and watch YouTubers who talk about abundance mindset or manifestation, or subliminals or music that talk about abundance, like you said.
But you know what's the greatest superpower all of us have access to that we don't really we're not aware is our phone. Our phone, it's a portal. So whatever you watch, let's just say you want to get in shape, well, watch fitness content. Just consume fitness content, see how they think, see how they behave, what they eat. Same thing with money. Consume people that talk about money, because you're slowly going to reprogram your mind to think about abundance, money, and first, what's another one? Mindset. Being more disciplined. Being more disciplined. Just talk, consume. A big one for me was focus. Focus and discipline. Those two were the big. Those two were the big ones that really projected me to this version of myself. It was just discipline and focus.
Right.
So obviously, I don't give a. I mean, yeah, but like I really don't care what YouTube, what the news have to say. I'm just going to focus on my little garden and be delusional and give all my focus and attention to my little garden. That's how it grows.
Amen. Yeah, I guess like to we're getting to the end of the podcast. Like, is there any last words or words of wisdom that you would want to tell the audience who may be struggling, in their current space, maybe they're not in the reality that they desire, and they really know that that next level version of themselves is available, but they're really struggling. Like, what is your advice to them?
We're going back to Never Got Her. You're right here. There's a version of you that you wanted to reach who lives right here, right? So instead of looking at your dream, look from the dream. So we're back engineering. So what would the version of myself do today that will take me there?
I
Because
love
this
that.
this version of myself was talking to me a year ago to get in shape,
Hmm.
to drop the girl, to make money, to find love, to know that hey, you are enough. But once you're enough, give that love back to the world instead of giving your love to someone who doesn't deserve it. Give that love to you, and then show it light that hey, like you can create your reality if you just focus on the end and operate from the end instead of from the beginning.
It
It's
really works. You know, like
it
you
really
said, put on that coat every single day of the version of yourself that already has it, and it'll come. And like I literally just, I don't know why I never really thought about it like reverse engineering, but I realized that's like also what I did. I just like never put that term to it, so that's really interesting, and it really works. If you live from the end, it'll come.
and just know it is. I know like a lot of the audience might have zero discipline, have zero conviction. This is where faith comes in, guys. This is where faith and conviction. No, this is where faith comes in. You have to trust your higher self to guide you there. Now, I'm pretty fucking good at manifesting. I can manifest whatever I want now. And I know all it takes is just focus and discipline and being delusional that hey, I know it's going to work. What's he saying? Be delusional until it comes true.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I was delusional. I mean, I'm still delusional. You just get more and more delusional the more, the more things that I guess the
The
more
more you
things that you
manifest.
successfully manifest, you'll just become more and more delusional because as humans, we always want to get to the next goalpost. So like once you get to like your next destination, you're gonna be like, okay, what else can I have now, or what else can I make? Yeah, Dululu's the Salulu.
And the big takeaway from this is, I mean, besides this, excuse the drawing, but how can I make today the best day of my life? What am I grateful for today? Just those small steps, those small, well, really, we'll bring it back. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for right now? You start from there. So instead of praying from wanting, pray from already having. And again, just give thanks that, hey, thank you, God, for allowing me to make 5 figures a month now. Thank you, God, now that I'm making 5 figures a month. Thank you, God, now that I have a six pack, that I'm disciplined now. Again, yes, you are lying, but just fake it
Are you?
until. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, are you really lying though? Because
Yeah,
the
I was
future
about to
version
say
of
the
yourself
same
already
thing.
has it.
You're lying to the three. Technically, you are lying to the 3D world. You're lying until it becomes evidence.
Right.
So
That's
technically,
true.
no. You do have to lie. You do have to lie because
See,
this version of you doesn't know how it feels. So you have to kind of fake it till you make it.
yeah, I was just thinking, like, imagine we operated in a world that where everyone knew universal law, like, so everyone has like these desires that they want to create. So instead of shooting other people down, people are like, "Oh yeah, that's so gonna happen." Like, imagine we lived in a world where like everyone like actually like affirmed your desired reality instead of like shooting. I don't know, instead of like being stupid about it.
Oh, well, we'll do
Like,
way
I feel like we'd
more.
all manifest. Yeah, we honestly probably have world peace, but we'd all manifest a lot faster, I think. But that also just goes back to surrounding yourself with the right people, because like I could tell y'all that I want to make like $1 million the next year, and y'all are like, yeah, fuck it, you're gonna do it. Versus if I told like some random, I don't know, some random barista, they'd be like, the fuck, you're crazy. You know what I mean?
Crazy. A woman making $1 million. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, but see, that's the thing. You need to because like for me, like I know you can. I know you're gonna make $1 million. I know just from being delusional, having that faith in yourself. Hey, if I can make 5 figures, there's no difference. The universe that doesn't register what's big or small. It
Yeah.
only it only plays at my frequency. So if you think you're worth $1 million and you operate as that version, it's only a matter of time before the universe gives it to you. And again,
100%.
you have to surround yourself with like-minded people that like, hey, they're also in your vibe and your frequency that can push you, and that's where like, I mean, that's a big reason why we started this community, so that way we have like-minded people pushing each other. And by the way, guys, by the way, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but we are planning on creating something for everyone that can chip in and push each other. But that's later on. That's a little project that we are planning to do with this channel.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be good.
Yes, I think like what you guys say about surrounding with the right people is really important because, like, they can build you or they can break you, especially if they don't have the same mindset as you. And if like sometimes it's even better just to not say anything, especially if you're surrounded with people that they don't believe in the same projects that you are doing, even if it's your family. Unfortunately, like, they don't say it because they hate us, they say it because it comes from their love and their own limitations. So also, like, especially with money, like entrepreneurship, like business, it's better just, as you guys say, surround with people that they actually understand what it takes to get there, and like they have the same conviction, then just trying to be really happy and excited about something and tell it to my mom or my best friend that they don't believe the same thing, and what they're gonna do is just bring me down, because for them that cannot happen. Like, that's their limitation, but doesn't mean that because you have the dream, you have the thought, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's going to happen because, as you said, like, you have that conviction, you know where you're going to. But if you feel like you're not surrounded with people that doesn't help you, just don't say anything. Like, and I say that from experience, because that happened to
Oh,
me a
no,
couple
that's
of
true.
times when I moved here today in the US. I mean, like, when we go to my like my part of the episode, we just talk about me. I can go a little bit deeper into this. But for example, when I didn't decide to continue dentistry and I wanted to do TikTok shop, my mom was like, "What the fuck? Like, like you're gonna change all of this for that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So
Yeah, and-
Yeah,
be really careful with that.
yeah.
yeah. I think.
Even even never God talks about it. Whenever you plant this seed, don't tell nobody. Don't tell.
Mhm.
I know we like it, but whenever you're talking, whenever you're talking to somebody about your seed, you're almost like digging it up. See, I told you, but guess what? You're screwing yourself up, showing them the seed and taking it out. Just plant the seed and shut up and do the work. Don't tell nobody.
Mhm.
And one thing I'll add: don't be afraid to be by yourself. Like for not 90 days, yes, I have family. I go hang out on the weekends, but for 90 days, it was just me. Like guys, like sometimes I will sit here and I will cry, but there were tears from gratitude because holy shit, like, I'm really doing this. So don't be afraid to
Yeah.
be by yourself, because really in this world, it's only you. Only you have the power to change your life. Not your boyfriend, not your parents,
I
not
think
your teacher.
isolation is really good. I mean, I totally agree
Yeah,
with you. I feel like isolation and just being with yourself, especially when you want to change or manifest something that you really, really want and it hasn't manifested yet. I feel like that's like the best way of doing it, because we go again with like people. Like, people destroyed your dreams more easily than help you building it. Unfortunately, not everyone, of course, but the wrong people will make you get stuck or stay stuck more than helping you.
how do you feel, Malika?
No, 1,000%. Sorry, I'm like close. I think I'm allergic to Texas because I I got a cold when I got back. But no, it's so true. Like being discerning about who you surround yourself with is so important. Some people are ops.
Yeah, and just don't be afraid to be by yourself. So don't be afraid. Eventually, the right people. That's how I find you guys. The right people will come into your life that resonate with you, that share your dreams, that share your belief, that will push you to become the best version of yourself.
Yeah, and I think with
1,000%.
this we can finish. I feel like we haven't talked about this, and now that we're talking about people, I feel like it's a really good question. Did you lose any person in the process of like doing this manifestation?
I well, besides my ex, no. But there was definitely doubters. Guys, I'm going to be honest. My mom, nobody believed in me. My mom didn't believe in me. My dad didn't believe in me. My brothers, my sister, they thought I was fucking crazy. Like, you really think this is gonna work? Let's do it. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Until one day, next thing you know, I'm paying for everyone's vacation.
And that
And
So
happened.
how are they reacting to what you're doing now compared to them?
okay, so it's funny. It's I mean obviously the respect is still there, but they know that like oh shit like she was making money now. Like they know that like they know like hey let's go to this restaurant now. I'm the one saying hey let's go to this restaurant, an expensive restaurant because I want to be in that environment. They're like hey I don't know if I can afford that, so it's funny.
Yeah.
Like for me like who cares, bro? It's only $100. Fuck it.
Right.
But they don't know that like even though I'm inviting, I'll pay for them if like. But I think they're just scared. Oh man, I gotta pay $100. But bro, like, they don't know that I'm going to pay for them. Like that's what I do. Like if I invite you two guys out to eat, I'm gonna take the tab. I don't care how much it is, $300, $400. Like I'm gonna put the bill. Doesn't matter.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just funny their perspectives. And again, I think there was a lot of people. I think everyone doubted me. Now that I realize it, I think only my little brother. He was the one that I actually like. Hey, I don't know how the fuck you're gonna do it, but I know
Did
you
you
can do it.
ever doubt yourself?
Yo, younger siblings always are the ones. That's like my
Nah,
little sister too.
shit, for real, for real. And now, like every time I go out to eat, I'll pay for his meal. But you said what beefs? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that did you ever doubt yourself in the process? Like when
Of course,
when you were doing it?
of course. They'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like, "Oh
Well,
shit!"
because
Now,
you seem someone that is really strong mentally. So I don't know. I asked because for me that happens like, and I feel like that's human, but I don't know. Like I feel like
yeah,
you're a different person. You're not human.
yeah, no, I'm not human. I'm an alien. But because I've been through worse. I've been through worse, and I was like, well, if I can make it through that, I can make it through this. And that little breakup, that wasn't shit. That was
I
like
love
a
that.
like a paper towel hitting me. Like, that was just more awareness to me. Chino, like quit fucking around and focus on you, dude. Like
Mm.
that breakup wasn't anything. That was not the worst pain of the worst pain, but it just brought more awareness. But did I have doubt? Hell yeah, I had doubt. I had so much doubt.
Yeah, I think
Even
that's normal.
even today, there's still you need to realize that that version of you still exists. That Chino who was scared, who was undisciplined, who was unfocused, is still living inside your head. So every single day, he's trying to come back to life. But you have to outweigh it with, hey, I know this Chino is making five figures, is confident, is abundant, and the scale would just tilt my favor. But yeah, there's days where the scale is like fucking like this. But you just have to have that again. You have to put that code on that consciousness of, hey, this is who I am today. Don't
Yeah, it's
care.
almost like
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like how fast can you move past that doubt or like kind of like acknowledge it and then say okay well I'm not living in this state anymore like you said I'm gonna put on that coat and be the version that is living outside of that doubt and has it.
Who are you being? Who are you being today?
Yeah, that's a good question to ask yourself every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I
still
think
have
that's a good place to end.
doubt. But yeah,
Who are
doubts
you being today?
come, but just have that faith. I believe, hey, I know it's going to work out. It always works out for me. There you go. It always works out for me.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Mm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now just to finish, do you do you have anything that they can use, like that you do every single day, like a daily exercise that you do every single day that they can start implementing right now, like tomorrow, when they wake up and help changing that identity from like being broke or like being super successful?
Two things: meditate, meditate every single day, and create a stored scene of whatever you're trying to manifest. Right. For example, I wanted to take my family out on a trip, so I created a scene of me at the beach throwing the football. Now, just extrapolate this to whatever you're trying to manifest. Money, six pack, finance, it all works the same. And just be present. So whenever you manifest, be present. Feel. So let's just say it's money. Show yourselves to your younger brother or younger sister, whatever you have, and just celebrate and hug them and say that was easy. Do that. The second thing I would tell you to do is to take action. Don't be afraid to fail. Keep on testing. Because
Good.
you can create that scene, but if you don't take action, it's not gonna work, pimp. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so to sum it all up, meditate, visualize, and take action, and
That's
choose who you're being today.
Yep. There's anything else
it.
you guys feel like we should add into this?
No, I think there was, I mean, I think there was a lot of wisdom in medicine, what Chino shared. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's up to the audience to, take that information or, find what resonates and, move the needle forward. But, we can't force people to change. We can only inspire. And I think what you shared today was really inspirational.
Yeah, I agree. So
Good.
I think, guys, with this we finished the episode. Let us know on the comments what is something like what is a little takeaway that you guys get from like this episode, and something that you guys want to change moving forward. And
Yeah, let us know.
yep, and see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.